I'm getting ready for a 12-and-a-half-year wedding anniversary celebration today. If you're not from Denmark, this might sound strange. And it was for me too before I came here. If you like, hang out with me while I get ready. Good morning, you. Let me hop in the shower so we can start getting ready. So I've been in the shower now and I'm going to start with my makeup. And let me tell you about copper wedding or 12-and-a-half-years anniversaries in Denmark. So 12-and-a-half years is celebrated because people consider it to be halfway to 25 years anniversary. Have you heard about 12-and-a-half before? Turns out it's something common in Denmark, Norway, Sweden, which you remember used to be, or maybe you know about, used to be one country before, or considered Scandinavia, and the Netherlands. And apparently 12-and-a-half started to be celebrated because when they did, I don't know, I mean, don't quote me on this, but apparently it was because the life expectancy of people was shorter. So for people to be able to celebrate a larger event while they were both still together and healthy, they started celebrating in the early 1930s, I think I read, 12-and-a-half instead of waiting. So if you see me looking this way, it's because I have my little mirror here. I would normally be on my vanity, but my husband is under the weather today, so I'm sitting over here to give him a little bit of privacy. Which also means that I'm going to be attending the anniversary event on my own. Yeah, that will include me doing a little bit of driving. Fortunately, it's not too far from here. And trying to figure out parking spaces. So that's a little bit nerve-wracking. Yeah, about this celebration, I was invited by some friends we got. They moved into our town, and I met them in connection with they attend some of the religious activities I also attend. And yeah, it's been about 3 years, so it's a relatively new friendship. They're really nice. So my plan for today is go there, attend for a little bit, and I hope there's something I can eat. You know, it's often a concern for me if there's going to be anything that is gluten-free and low in dairy that I can eat. But I mean, if not, I already had a little bit of just something simple, like a little bit of chicken and snack peppers and tomatoes. So I'm not like starving just in case. And I'm sure there's going to be like something I can drink at least, maybe tea or some beverages I can have. And as I normally do, I'm doing a light makeup. No makeup expert. I'm just trying to make myself look a little bit more fresh. Pretend like I have a little bit more energy than I actually do. In an attempt to save some energy this morning and time, I actually washed my hair yesterday. And actually I applied some mousse already on my hair. But since mousse is very lightweight, you can see my hair, it looks almost like cottony, which is okay, but I want a little bit more defined look today. Don't focus too much on having like perfect hair because that takes time and energy, but I want to look a little bit more intentional today. To say that, yeah, so I'm going to apply a little bit. And what I like about mousse is that it dries quick and it's lightweight, and even if I wash my hair regularly, I don't feel as guilty because at least the ones I use are more economical than like gels I would normally use. But yeah, it also requires to refresh my hair almost every day if I want it to look in a particular way. Now I have been thinking about what to wear because the weather has been so irregular or unstable, if you could say, here in Denmark the last few days. As you can see, I've made videos the last few days where the weather has been anything from cold, like 14 degrees, to all the way to 37 degrees Celsius, which is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And today is somewhere in between. That presents a little bit of a challenge on what I'm going to wear. So I'm going to finish my hair quickly and then try to figure out what to wear. I'm in between these two dresses. This one is light and airy. I use it with this inside because it has an exposed back and I feel a little bit too exposed for this occasion. And then I have this one. It's maybe a little bit warmer but still airy in the arms. I don't know exactly what people will be wearing, but it said the word "afslappet" in Danish, which is like relaxed, but I think they mean casual. So I don't think people will necessarily be wearing shorts. So I think I go for this one, which might be a little bit more formal, and I can use it with some earrings, my usual earrings, and some golden sandals to jazz it up a little bit. What would you have done if it says relaxed on the invitation? So this is the dress I ended up picking. And I'm going to wear it with my golden sandals. I had considered wearing it with this, but I don't know, I think it's a little bit too much leopard, and then my walking stick is also leopard. So I think I'll use my regular tiny bag that I normally have inside of my bigger bag. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can see it on my summer bag essentials video. So I'm leaving my big purse and in the car, and I fortunately remembered to bring a little card we made for them. I have my cane with me as usual, but we ended up deciding to give them a little bit of a gift anyway, because I know people say they don't want the gift, and because we couldn't figure out if when they wrote they don't want gifts, if they actually mean no gifts or they mean they don't want 9 sets of towels, 7 sets of glasses, or what do they mean. So yeah, we're giving them a little something. Yeah, so better get going, and I hope I can find parking space. I'm not going to show the party itself, to keep their private, and then I'll come back and tell you how it went. And I'm actually looking forward to meet their parents. I've never met them. Let's go. So I arrived and I found a parking space right beside the door. I think it's because I don't know why. I found a parking space right beside the door, and I just had to stop a couple and ask them if this is the right place, because there's a few cars and I don't know. I think I recognized like 2, so I was unsure if it's actually for them, which might mean that there might be quite a bit of people that I don't know. That makes me a little bit nervous. It's also a little bit exciting. So, but I better get in and start celebrating their day together with them. So I'm back from the anniversary, and I was surprised when I came in. There was hardly anybody I knew. So I was a little bit nervous, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I was surprised to see hardly anyone I knew, so I got a little bit concerned at this point. And then suddenly I see one of my good friends waving at me with another friend. So after saying hello to as many as I could of my friends, the ones that had the anniversary, their parents, and yeah, so and then I went and sat with the friends that I knew. I was a little bit surprised to see that my friend, like the groom, if you could say that, his mom and we just actually got along very well. So well to the point that she actually ended up changing tables from where she was to sit with the table with my friends and I. We ended up talking really well, and my other friend was like, "Oh, I didn't know you knew his mom," and I said I didn't. It was the first time meeting her, so that was a little bit funny. Just took off my glasses because I could see there was some glare on my glasses. But about the gift situation, I did notice that some people did bring gifts anyway, but I could see some of them had like this transparent plastic and some of it was edible, so I'm guessing it will not occupy that much space for them or anything. But most people did bring envelopes, so I'm guessing it was cash. So yeah, I'm glad we did bring some. I did bring something in behalf of both of us. And about the food, I was so happy to see that there was gluten-free and some of it milk-free bread, and also some cookies, yeah, a little bit, so I could actually eat, and some cold cuts and so on. And I actually said thank you to them for having gluten-free things, and they said, oh, we hope that it was enough. I was like, yeah, it was, yeah, more than enough. So that was very considerate of them. Okay, and a thing that was different was I had never seen, they made his mom made arrangements, like floral arrangements, but it was all wild flowers. I've been trying to Google something similar so you could see what it is, and I've not quite found something that makes it justice. But it was like these really tall grass thingies, and I'm very allergic to grass. So at the moment, my throat feels a little tight, and I just kind of had to take some extra medication. And I never thought of mentioning it. I never thought I was going to. It was really beautiful though. It was like really tall, and it made almost like an arch. I don't even know how to explain it. Very pretty, but I could hardly breathe. And when I got to the car, I was like cleaning my nose and so on. I managed, but I can also sense it, and I've been drinking water and taking some medication, so hopefully it will go over. If you don't know me, my name is Melody. I make calm videos to make you company while you do your chores, while you work out, or while you rest. If you like this kind of video, make sure to subscribe for more. Yeah, and a little funny thing, I don't think I heard music at all. If there was music, it was so low, I couldn't hear it. So that was a little bit unusual. Anyway, how do people celebrate anniversaries at your place? Do they celebrate 10 years, 12 years and a half, 25 years? Let me know in the comment. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for making me company. If you want to stay a little bit longer with me, you can watch another video similar to this that YouTube is about to suggest right here.